Well, I hope all you ham and eggers out there are enjoying the best of Primal Conflict 2000. This is Studley Steve Stein, the Primal Conflict CEO and owner, coming at you live on the Primal Conflict Best of Show for 2000. You know, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to recap 2000 for all you losers out there in TV land. Studley Steve Stein started Primal Conflict way back in March of 2000 with the help of a couple other people. And when we broke onto the scene here in 2000, we told you people out there that you were going to see something a little bit different than everything else you've seen out there. Primal Conflict was going to offer you, the fans, the hardcore wrestling you people have been craving. Not the backyard bootleg hack wrestling. I'm talking about professional, hardcore wrestling action with star pit bulls, King Kong Bundy, geez, New Jack. The list goes on and on. Primal Conflict Wrestling scooped up all of the best independent wrestlers in all of New England to take part in Primal Conflict Wrestling. And, you know, we started March 3rd, 2000 at Club Stars with the Primal Beginnings, where we warred with the people who have been running wrestling in New England for a very long time, the NEWA, New England Wrestling Alliance. Primal Conflict took the New England Wrestling Alliance on one-on-one in a best-of-3 matches. Who came out on top? Primal Conflict Wrestling. Not only did we come out on top, but we also scooped up the man that was responsible for the New England Wrestling Alliance. That's right, Rocco D'Alessandro now works with Studley Steve Stein here in Primal Conflict Wrestling. Whether you like it or not, Primal Conflict has become the #1 indie in New England. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like it. You know, people by the name of Joe, people by the name of Randy, people by the name of Mike, people by the name of Fred. There's people out there that don't like Primal Conflict, that are upset that Primal Conflict has come so far in such a short period of time. Well, you know what? I got 2 words for you. Too bad. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. What matters is what's happening right now. The fans are getting wrestling back the way they want it. From the fans' mouth. Ask anybody who's been to a Primal Conflict show. Once you've been, you cannot stop. It's like an addiction. You see wrestling like you've never seen it before. You see the extreme violence that you've never seen before. And you have to come back. You have to keep coming back. And January 21st, 2001 will be the first event of the new year for Primal Conflict Wrestling. And you people out there, you don't think that Primal Conflict is going to do what it does best, and that's take control over New England? On January 21st, that idiot Uncle Festa, live wire Dave Padula, has arranged it so Abdullah the Butcher, the hardcore icon, is going to be at Club Stars. Not only that, but Padula, live wire, has not only stepped on my toes, he's gone right above my head and brought that idiot New Jack back to Primal Conflict Wrestling. Now, any of you ham and eggers out there that have seen Primal Mania, that were there at Primal Mania, saw New Jack manhandle yours truly. Not only did he manhandle me, he punched me in the face and threw me out of the ring. Now, let me tell you fans out there, I've been punched by the best. I've been punched by King Kong Bundy. I've been punched by the Pit Bulls. You know, I've been punched by Eliminator Cronus. You know, I've been punched by many, many people in this business. Mark Thunder. You know, a lot of people. But you know what? Studley Steve keeps coming back like a bad case of hemorrhoids. Keeps coming back. Hitting you where it hurts. And New Jack, if you got the balls to show up on January 21st at Club Stars, Studley's going to do what Studley wants to do. And let me tell you something. You think you're going to come in here and pick whatever match you want to be in? Dave Padula's told me as commissioner, he's giving you the leeway to pick whatever main event you want to be in. 3 main events. So now you have your choice to be in the Jose Perez Eliminator Cronus match. The second time these 2 competitors are going to meet. And you think you're going to stick your nose in there? Not only that, you have the opportunity to put your nose in the Hardcore Championship. Astro Man versus Abdullah the Butcher. You could put your nose right in there, and then what would it be? It would be Astro, Abdullah, and New Jack. 3-way. Or you have the opportunity to take part in Death Match 2. That's right. Death Match 2 with Jamie Payne and the Nemesis. You have the opportunity to take part in that. Which one will you choose, New Jack? Which one? There's no bus drivers around, so I mean, I don't know what you'll choose. New Jack, I don't like you. And on January 21st, Studley Steve Stein's got a big surprise for you. A big one. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Eliminator Cronus. January 21st, you're going to meet Jose Perez. A person Studley Steve doesn't like. A person Studley Steve doesn't get along with. Eliminator Cronus, I'm offering you an extra $300 to put Jose out of the business totally. That's right. And I'm saying it right here on TV so that everybody in their living room can hear it. Cronus, John, Cronus, if you're watching this, $300 extra in your paycheck that night to put Jose Perez out of wrestling. Let's see if you can get the job done. Jose, I told you before, you screw with me, you and your little ham and egg boys, Pretty Boy Hernandez. Let me tell you, let me ask you something, Pretty Boy. Who the hell do you think you are? What right do you have to run around claiming that you're the #1 contender? Huh? What right do you have claiming you're the #1 contender here in Primal Conflict Wrestling? Mark Thunder beat you 1-2-3 in the center of the squared circle November 19th. Now, let me tell you, Mark Thunder is not the most favorite person on my list. But Pretty Boy, he beat your ass 1-2-3. And January 21st, you think you're going to go through Thrash and Brickhouse Baker? That's right, Brickhouse Baker. Many people may know Brickhouse from the Fall River, New Bedford area. Huh? Brickhouse is Primal now. And he wants what he thinks is his. And that's that world title. You're going to go through Brickhouse Baker and Thrash. Thrash, a man who gave so many stitches to Jose Perez that he looked like a latch hook. That's right. Jose Perez, your boy, is going to fall victim to not only Thrash, but Brickhouse Baker, because he won't get through that match. Gregory Drago, Team Primal's Gregory Drago, has beaten all opponents. He beat the intern. He beat Mark Thunder. And you know what? He's never got a title shot. Why? Why, Padula? Padula, I could see you. You know, I could see you over there in TV land sitting in front watching me right now with that big plate of veal parmesan in front of you. Put the spoon down there, all right? No, put the shovel down, Dave, and listen to me for a second. Stop shoving the food in and keep your ears open. Padula, I don't like you. I haven't liked you since we were 9 years old. I think you're a fat, sloppy, out-of-shape jobber that does not belong in this business. But somehow, some way, the illiterate fans of Primal Conflict have voted you in as commissioner. So, for some reason, some people think I got to take orders from your ass. Your fat, roly-poly ass. You're wrong. They're wrong. Studley Steve takes orders from one person and one person only, and that's Studley Steve Stallion. And Dave, come hell or high water, whatever I have to do to rid your fat ass of this sport, I will do. You will not be commissioner much longer, number one. You will not even have a job much longer, number two. And number three, once I kick your ass and once I take you out of this business altogether, I am not, and I repeat, I'm not paying for your medical bills. Now let me explain something else to you people out there on a totally different note. Throughout the year, you've seen a lot of people come and go in Primal Conflict. Not superstars, but locals. A lot of local guys that come into Primal Conflict, they wrestle, and then they leave. Well, I'm all about this. I'm all about giving everyone a chance to prove themselves in this business. And if you come into Primal Conflict and you can win, then you have every right in the world to get the bigger payday. But what it takes to stay in Primal Conflict is a totally different story. You may be tough enough to come in and wrestle a couple of matches, but are you tough enough to stay in Primal Conflict and prove yourself? Gregory Drago has done that. Gregory Drago has not only beaten Mark Thunder before he was champion, but he's also beaten the intern. December 1st, Primal Mania beat the intern 1-2-3, and who's getting the title shot at Extreme Execution? Who? The intern. Why? Why is that? Why, Dave? Why, Padula? Why don't you understand? When a man wins, he deserves a title shot. Here's a man, Greg Drago, who's beaten all odds. Why won't you give him a title shot? January 21st, we're taking what's ours. Come hell or high water, I'm going to walk out of that show on the 21st on my own 2 feet with a smile from ear to ear. Because 21st, 2001, Extreme Execution, Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m., Club Stars. Bring who you want, Padula. bring whoever you want, it ain't going to help. Because when it's all said and done and the smoke clears and the dust settles, there's going to be one person running this company, and you're looking at him. Studley Steve Stallion.